I'll see if there's any wildlife around here to hunt. You really sound like you could use a fresh meal tonight. I enjoy it, but I don't ever do it just for leisure. I like being able to hunt my own food and cook for myself. I guess I get bored easily if I don't have some kind of challenge in front of me. I'm sure you know what I mean. You seem to seek out challenges as well. I guess I tend to stay within my comfort zone most of the time. I've figured out what kind of thing I like to do, and I won't let anything get in the way of me doing that. You're a vintner, a commander, a diplomat, a soldier, a spy. I wonder if there's anything you can't do. I've never meant to intimidate you. That's just how I come across sometimes, I guess. This should stop your stomach grumbling, wouldn't you say? If you want, I can take over if you get tired. It was nice to have company for once, but I think I prefer to go hunting alone. It's nothing against you. I just like the solitude. I missed you guys too, and you in particular. It's just difficult for me in Rome. The more reasons I have to stay in the city, the more difficult it gets. I know you mean well, but are you sure you know what you're getting yourself into? I appreciate that. It's difficult for me to believe that anyone would genuinely care, or that anyone could really do something to help.
Welcome to the Court of Heaven, the most important annual meeting of the elders and the reason for our presence. It is an honor to have you among us. Of course. What do you want to know? The Court of Heaven is the name of both the place and the event. Each year, the elders of the tribes gather here to solve their differences and make crucial decisions. It is also an opportunity for people to present their problems to the elders. It is this court's duty to dispense justice, providing the issue is important enough. Last but not least, the Court of Heaven attracts merchants from all over Nazamones and beyond. Where there are people, there will always be commerce. Merchants and mercenaries, the rich and the poor, everyone has a reason to be here, just like you. Some people make things happen, others watch things as they happen. It is up to you to decide what you will be, a maker or a watcher. I suggest you walk around and breathe in the air. Meet some people and talk to them. Trade if you want. Since you are here as my guest, you are free to go anywhere. We might encounter some hostility. Make no mistake, the minor tribes will do whatever I tell them to do. It's the elders of the major tribes I am worried about. Not everyone likes the Romans. Some elders may see your presence as a direct attack on our autonomy. Do not speak unless spoken to. Try to be respectful and diplomatic. In a way, this is our Senate. All will be fine if we don't offend anyone. Isil and Mador are the most respected elders among us. Convincing them both would be a significant diplomatic victory. Udad may get in our way, but you never know with him. And then there's young Womaksan, who's always hot-blooded. As far as his influence goes, Udad is on par with Medor, except he is more of a traditionalist. He prays to his ancestors 2 times a day, dawn and dusk, hoping they would answer his questions. We believe our dead ancestors watch over us. That's why we pray to them. A young man trying to impress his elders? Always a dangerous thing. He is renowned for his prowess in combat, but his diplomatic ability leaves much to be desired.
A man after my own heart.
I believe we shall.
For one you love. Salutations and good day to you, travelers. You look like people of refined taste. Am I wrong? Naturally. You have come to the right place. Our wines rival those of Carthage, and some, in fact, surpass them. Feel free to browse, and tell me if you find something interesting. Well, I would not say better, but they're certainly different. It is not only a matter of different grapes, but also of the environment and the weather. Such things are a matter of taste, but I believe one must taste many things in life. One must explore oneself. Don't you agree? The answer is no one, but we can try. There are, after all, so many different wines to drink in life. I don't have a lot of interesting grapes for you. This year's vintage was rather fragile. Fortunately, that usually means we have some of the best vinegar. And could I perhaps direct your attention to our excellent local honey, in case you want to produce some of your Roman balsam? You have a sharp eye for quality products. Very well. This great vinegar can be yours for a reasonable price. Great! You will not be disappointed. Our honey is unique. The hive is built inside a tree that is hollowed out. You have never tasted anything like it. I knew you'd be satisfied. It always does. Am I wrong to assume you need more than just one flask? Will be delivered as soon as possible.
The farms of the coast. The famous Roman everyone's been talking about. Welcome to the only store you will ever want to visit at the court of heaven. My store, though humble by your standards, is at your service. I am flattered. I know my store pales in comparison to the ones in Rome, but in court of heaven, you will find no better place to trade. That much I can assure you. Tell me, what do you desire? I mean within the boundaries of what I can provide you with at this stall, of course. I can't grant you immortality yet. And I know what you're thinking, but trust me, you don't want to go there. My husband is a jealous man. On the contrary, it helps my business. Everyone underestimates me and pays the price. Literally, in most cases. I'm not afraid of anyone. They are afraid of me. Of course. There is no way not to be. I do not hail from any tribe you would ever have heard of, however. My tribe is quite small, but we have good relations to both Lunia's tribe and Udad's.
Seen your future, and it will be dark unless you buy from me. Along came a warrior, but know this, not all foes fight fair. A blade may not fell you, but venom might. Do you need protection against that eventuality? It takes a wise man to recognize wisdom. Thus only by recognizing wisdom, we are wise. I have a cure against venom. You should be prepared. Do you agree? That may be because I am not a merchant. I sell, but not for profit. What I sell is not easy to create. It costs me. Thus, it is only fair that it costs you too, should you choose to make use of it. That is a wise choice. Your life may not be measured with denarii.
I have tools and parts of weapons. I take iron, I sell iron. I sell you things others want to get rid of. If you want unwanted things, you're at the right tent. What are you? A scholar of metal? I know metal better than anyone else. If I say it's iron, then it is iron. End of discussion. Look at what I have to offer and tell me what attracts your curiosity. Dignity is what you make of it. From the earliest time I can remember, I was fascinated by metal. As a grown man, I am still obsessed with it. I gather metal and sell it to those who value it. I am as undignified as my customers, and I am proud of it. Did you think I was trying to deceive you? What I sell here is true metal and true metal only. Have you seen these weighted blades? They are of high quality. And maybe you need some tools intended for javelins. Great craftsmanship there. But since you're Roman, you might be interested in this old helmet. It's a bit dented, but I'm sure you'll like it. A desperate treasure hunter sold it to me near Utica. It's ugly and battered indeed. I took it off his hands out of pity.
Domine, look at these inscriptions. P.C.S. Huh? Publius Cornelius Scipio. By the limping leg of Hephaestus, this is the helmet of the famous General Scipio Africanus. An item of infinite value.
It's a fancy hat, Cineros. Let's not raise our voices too much.
That is impossible to say, but there is no doubt in my mind. The design of this helmet is from the right time period. Perhaps he gave it away in an exchange of gifts after the Battle of Zama. Scipio Africanus was without a doubt among the greatest strategists of all time. This helmet is a priceless artifact. That is a fair price indeed. I salute your honesty.
Oh, I didn't know that. I guess there are people whose knowledge of metal exceeds mine. Thank you, Roman. You could have easily deceived me, but you did not. You will always be welcome in my tent.
Greetings, Romans. Or how do you say it? Selwete. I am Galusa the Great. How may I help you? Isn't it obvious? Not only am I incredibly handsome, but I also sell the best wares in the land. I would like to think of myself as a purveyor of uncommon delicacies. My pursuit for said uncommon delicacies is relentless. It makes my less capable colleagues envious. Here and there, in this profession, you get to travel all around the world. Procuring items is a form of art. I can find you anything you are looking for, given enough time or resources, of course. Everything you can see in my stalls. The most peculiar spices, and obviously, the best sewi Nazamones has to offer. What do you need? Ah, the moment I saw you, I knew what kind of connoisseur you are. Unfortunately, that sewa is not for sale.
That birthmark. By Zeus and Pythagoras. My sister. Finally, I found you, sister.
Restrain your sewas, Roman. I told you, that sewa is not for sale. I apologize. Still, my point stands. She is not for sale, for she was already purchased.
The sky is gone from her eyes. What did they do to her? Magister, I don't know what I should do. What do I say?
Who are you? What are you doing to me?
I am your brother. I have been looking for you for a long time, sister. But everything will be fine now. We are together again.
I do not know who you are. Please, don't touch me. I do not belong to you.
She doesn't recognize me, Legati. Look at her. She's afraid of talking. They tortured her. They blinded her.
I do not know what kind of trick this is, but I have no brothers. Please let go. Your insistence will be bad for me.
Are you not listening? I have already received a payment from someone. She is not for sale.
What do you want to do, Discipule? Your actions will determine the kind of man you are.
Finding her was once the purpose of my life, Magister. I am not leaving without her. Do something, Legati, or I will.
Tempting. What you're saying is you can pay me 8,000 denarii right now?
Never in the history of the world has anyone paid even half that much for a Serwa. He just doesn't want to sell her.
I see. You drive a hard bargain. Deal. Selling blind Sewi is always difficult. Take her.
Thank you, my friend. You can't even guess how much that means to me. I shall find a way to repay you. I would. For I am a good man. Come on, sister. I will show you your new home.
Romans, The spirits must have led you here to my little corner. How fortuitous. I need a little bit of your time and your guidance. Would you be willing to extend your helping hand? That is precisely why I need you. The guidance I seek is for lands beyond this one. You are a warrior, are you not? If death is what you deal, it must stand to reason that you'd know death and the lands of the dead. My name is Axil. I am what you might call a philosopher in your language. Though to my own people, I am a shaman. My life's work is to study and explore the many lands beyond death and how they vary from culture to culture. Well, that is one of the questions I am trying to explore. Is it truly based on what we believe, or where we are born, or to whom? I myself am inherently fascinated by the idea of these different afterlives. But when I finish this book, I hope it will serve as a kind of travel guide. You understand me then. On the matter of transitioning from one life to the next, there can never truly be certainty. Besides, as scholars, we must seek the truth for no other reason than to enlighten ourselves. I have collected much knowledge of our own afterlife, but I have never had the opportunity to learn what awaits Romans after death. Precisely. I have interviewed several scholars on the subject of the afterlife, but those were all of Africa. It is my theory that one's afterlife depends on the gods one believes in. I simply want to know about what kind of afterlife Roman gods provide. I'll need more than that. I'll need detailed descriptions. You have the look of a trustworthy individual, and I know Romans are proud of their virtues. Is it not so? I may later enlist the help of another Roman who would prove you wrong and reveal that you have deceived me. In that case, I would at least know what part of the afterlife Romans like to lie about. First, walk me through the typical journey of the deceased according to your culture. Imagine you are dead. What happens then? On its own? Interesting. We have to find our own way to the Duat. But they say the path is different for each person. A river? Now that sounds pleasant. But do you carry your own money to the underworld? Of course. We also believe it is best to bury the dead with their belongings. That way they can live a good life in Siket Aru. Assessors. We have 42 of them. It is best to know their names and the sins they have not committed. Once you pass their judgment, Anubis weighs your heart against a feather of Mart. A pure heart isn't heavy. This Elysium sounds like Siket Aru. Osiris permits only the pure spirits to the field of reeds. Amit devours their hearts. You are right, of course. But I have an idea. Look, this weed is called cat's eye. They say it will bring you to the land of the dead temporarily. It would be great if you'd try it and tell me what you saw there. Naturally, I was the first to try it myself, but I'm certain you will visit a different underworld than I. You should not worry.
I have tried it myself multiple times, and as you see, I always came back. I knew you'd agree. It will be a great journey. Make sure to remember what you saw. You'll have to describe everything to me in detail.
Salwe. I am a cat. I am a giant cat. Again, something you can deduce based on observation alone. I am you. You were exactly one lifetime ago, but you are not a very good cat. Cats have to live through 9 lives. We die and then we are reborn. But a wicked cat is reborn as a lowly human. I am you in a past life. Do you remember dying? I do. It was memorable, but not pleasant. Then again, few deaths are. It is not you who is dead. A very good question. Do you even remember your purpose? Doesn't that mean your life is defined by the orders of someone else? Most humans, maybe. Not cats. We don't take orders from anyone, because you cannot live somebody else's life. Life is too valuable for that. Trust me, I have 9. I may seem wise to you, but wisdom comes with age and identity. I know you because I am you. Or rather, I was you in a past life. I do not enjoy life as a human. But you can save me by leading a good life and not causing pain. Only then will we be reborn as a cat. Unlikely, but stranger things have happened. But you do. In pursuing your ambitions, you hurt those in your path. You must ask yourself if it's all worth it. And when that's done, you will lie around all day and enjoy life. You can do that now. Cats do it every day. The only way you can stop hurting people is to leave the land of the living. You may stay here if you want and trade places with me. That way I will be reborn as a cat, and you will be a good man. I know, this is all very confusing for you, but let me make it simpler. I shall present you with 2 doors. One of them leads to the Elysium of Reeds, the other back to the court of heaven. Think about it. Figure out which one feels right, and go where your heart leads you.
You're back. Quickly, tell me what you saw before the visions fade. Giant cat. Ah, that's bizarre. Thank you, my dear friend. With your help, people all around the world will have a better afterlife experience. Please, accept this amulet as a small token of my immense gratitude. I hope to see you again when my book is finished.
The Roman finally joins us in the flesh. Your reputation precedes you.
Esteemed elders, Now that we are all here, our talks can begin in earnest. I have told you all of the upcoming war, of the possibility of Nazamenes being trapped between Roman legions and Egypt. And I have explained the potential advantages of an alliance with the Romans. Now is your time to ask your questions about our proposal. I'm sure many such questions burn your tongues.
Why is nobody talking? Have you lost your voices? Are you all afraid of the great Roman? Cowards! That's what you are. You are a disgrace to Nazamones.
It is only you who disgraces us in front of this foreigner, Warmaxan. Is it up to you to talk when your elders are silent? You confuse courage with insolence. Nobody is afraid of the Roman, but it is unwise to insult your elders.
Nobody is afraid of the Romans. I am. They've conquered Nazamones once. They rule Egypt and possibly myriad lands, the names of which I can't even begin to pronounce. One would be a fool not to fear the Romans.
Run to your Roman masters with your tail between your legs then, Medur. I shall stand and fight, and if need be, die defending my people.
Warmaxan, Medur, know yourselves. The ancestors are watching. Do not disrespect the court.
How many troops do you need, Roman? An imprecise answer. Now that is inspiring leadership.
An imprecise answer is an honest one, Odad.
You seem to have low expectations of Romans, Lunia.
He is afraid.
I fear nothing.
The Roman is afraid. Am I wrong, Roman? There is no way you can advance towards Egypt without our help. You can wait for your masters to send you reinforcements, but by then it will be already too late. And what if we refuse helping you? It is not conquest you are seeking. You are trying to survive. Are you not? Indeed. Since you are not my nemesis, I should not fear you, right? Gracefully done. You managed to call Warmaxan a hero and a fool at the same time.
I shall strike you down for that.
For calling you a hero or a fool. That is more than anybody in this court will ever do. This Roman is honest.
So you are in favor of helping the Roman, Medur?
I neither like this man nor trust him. However, an alliance is not based on fondness, but on mutual benefit. Lunia, do you support the Roman?
I believe this is the best course of action for Nazamenes.
In that case, you have my support as well, Roman.
You weak-minded fool! You excrement of a drunken horse! The presence of this foreigner alone is an insult to the ancestors. I should slit your throat where you stand.
Control yourself.
He may have a temper, but he is right. You know that too. The court of heaven is for us only. I can already feel the disapproval of the ancestors.
Can you now? Very well. Let us consult the ancestors then.
Have you lost your mind, Izil? Are we not disgraced enough? Will you allow this foreigner to desecrate the resting place of our ancestors with his presence?
That is highly unusual. I don't think the ancestors would approve.
That's something the ancestors can tell us themselves, is it not?
Fine. But let it be known that I'm not happy.
As usual.
It is settled then. We consult the ancestors.
Greetings, Legate. Do you really think I am a golden wolf? Then maybe she's figuratively a goddess. I am not. It is an amusing thought, though. Nazamanes does not have kings or queens. We do not like being ruled by other people. Some amongst us think it's necessary to have a king. But I believe the very concept of a monarch is against our nature. We must rule ourselves. When I was young, my hair was the color of wheat, and I am said to be as cunning as a wolf. Most of them. This year's gathering had a specific goal. We wanted to elect a king for the entirety of Nazamanes. Naturally, not all of the tribes agree.
Salve Legate. Is that right? Legate. You have such a strange language. I do like it, though. I apologize for the behavior of my fellow elders. We are not used to having a foreigner in the court.
I like your sense of humor.
In the absence of a meaningful decision, we have decided to consult the ancestors, as we always do. You shall travel to the burial site and sleep inside the tomb of an ancestor who, in return, shall appear to you in dreams and reveal your destiny. We will all do the same. I believe our ancestors will tell us if we should support you.
Pray to your gods, Roman. If the ancestors are against you, I shall cut you down right there and then.
And then one morning you will just fail to wake up.
Indians certainly have some strange traditions around burying their dead.
It pains me to see an outsider like you at this sacred place. I await the guidance of the ancestors. Only they could change my mind. But I do not expect they will. It is not a personal matter. You represent the death of our way of life. That is none of your business. I know what you are doing. Hoping to find a way to pry us apart and drive a wedge between us. Well, you will find nothing. I may not always agree with Isil, Maedor, and Lunya, but our tribes thrive on mutual respect. We are not enemies to each other. Against you, we are united like the fingers of my fist.
You Romans are motherless. You have no ancestors, and your bastard gods have no power here. That is not what I have heard. I am told you worship powerful, eternal beings that rule you from another realm. Your words twist like the forked tongue of the snake. But the truth stands solid like a mountain. There can be no peace between us as long as your legion is in my lands.
Are you ready? Ask. He has already made his choice to support you. In his eyes, to seek the guidance of the ancestors now would be a sort of insult against you. The ancestors know many things. You shall consult one of mine. I'm sure the answers will be forthcoming. You drink the ritual milk and enter into the tomb of your ancestor. Truth will be revealed in a dream. Anyone who lies about such sacred matters will be judged most harshly by the spirits.
It is bad luck for the living to enter a grave. I will give you what I can spare. Make sure to return it when you are done.
On your feet, Romans! They are trying to kill us!
They are caught with their pants around their ankles.
Don't let overconfidence weaken you, Warmaxan. Kill them all. I will meet you at Aljila. Fools!
Sakura, we must leave at once. This will surely mean war.
Just get our child out of here! Stay away from me, please! I have nothing to do
Run!
with this!
Find a place to hide!
Them out, together!
You make my sisters look like delicate flowers. Can't wait to meet them. That would be thing of legend. Guides your hand, old man.
Asclepius guides my hand. He who knows how to heal naturally knows how to kill.
Nothing to run! Find a place to hide!
Where are they? Show yourselves!
Alas, we're nearly done.
We can win this one.
Stay away from me, please!
Cowards! Are you alright, Legate?
Well, Isil was always too smart for his own good. But honestly, I never expected him to go this far.
Treacherous bastards. We'll get them, do not worry.
I must give it to old Isil. He fooled even me.
We may have to. And not just for him, but Udad as well. He's likely to retreat to his citadel in Augila. Unless you can find a way to get rid of Udad, Isil will be intractable. With or without Medel's support, we will need to defeat Isil, or else Nazamenes will not fully stand with us.
Ours is the finest, most veteran legion of Rome. We will crush these barbarians.
Legio Victrix? Here? I thought the legions of Rome had been driven from these lands. Dead. We suspected as much. The consul would never have abandoned us as long as he lived. I am Rubrius Gordio. I am a Centurio. My men and I served Lucullus in Legio Prima Italica. We were stationed in a small outpost in Egypt to protect the trade routes and to maintain the consul's relationship with the locals. One day, the supplies from Africa Proconsularis stopped coming.
We held out for as long as we could before we set off back towards Utica. We got lost. We can fight, Legate. If war has come again, we will serve Rome as always. Find me in your legion's barracks upon your return to camp.